Good evening, everyone. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Hey, hey, what's up? What's up? So let's making sure everything in line here. Alright, guys. Remember, grab a snack one time as we jump in the evening. Make sure you have a snack close by, and let me know what you're snacking on. All right? I'm snacking on some salted snack this evening. Doing some Lay's and some Bigfoot. Well, give me a couple minutes just, and some of the other persons usually will join us soon. So, but really, really interesting topic that I think a few of you will enjoy this evening. So, feel free to share the live. Right, invite some family or friend or somebody. Usually around. Really, really interesting topic this evening. A little bit excited about the topic because not that I am in no way an expert on the topic. I just think that it's one of those topics that really, really piques people's interest, and there are so many ideas about it, so many ideas. So I'm just going to be sharing mine with you all this evening. So um, yeah, we're going to be jumping into it. Remember, again, welcome to Night Snack. Once you're linking up with me, let me know what you're snacking on with me. If you're doing a late night sandwich, if you're doing some, well, as I said, for me, I'm doing some salted snacks tonight, right? A little bit, right? But let me know what you're snacking on, right? So night snack is just a time when we just spend a little time talking on, well, besides snacking, actually talking about probably some topic of interest. Um, and for me, I just share my views on it, and I've been inviting all of you all to either feel free to inbox me if you don't feel like leaving a comment on the live. I usually post up the video as well. I have a YouTube page. Feel free to go and subscribe to my YouTube page as well. Same Anthony Christelike, and I post the videos there as well. So if you don't sometimes find it on the timeline, you could always go to my YouTube page, check it out there. And give me some feedback on it. All right. Cool. So this evening, our topic on night snack is the big M word, right? The destiny that most people apparently work towards and stuff in their life. This major decision that a lot of people make in their life, which is marriage, right? And that's a very, very broad topic, really, really broad topic. There's a lot of things to consider in there. But what I want to do, starting this evening, as I said, I'm not an expert. I'm just going to be sharing from my experience. Having been married for about 12 years. Yeah, I think about 12 years or somewhere there about, right? I think it's 12 years. I'll verify, right? I'll get it verified. Don't worry. Um, but it's something that I think as years go by, somebody who's involved and you learn things, and that's the important thing about life. You never want to stop yourself from learning, and it doesn't matter what forum. No, Kim, it's not money. No, Kim, we talk about money another time. That's another big M word. All right, but marriage. All right, marriage. Cool. Right. So again, welcome to all of you all joining me for the first time, joining us, because I have some regulars who look forward and join me on the live on a Monday and a Thursday evening. Again, let me apologize for last Thursday. Um, I just was real. I was not wrong and available to do the live last Thursday. I didn't miss you all. I didn't miss you all, right? It's that I like the little interaction and stuff, right? But here tonight, I'm going to be talking about marriage. No, I want to start off talking about marriage um, as to some of the things that I believe that marriage is not. All right? First and foremost, I want to start there. I think it is important to kind of get that out of the way as we push forward with this topic. This topic probably may take about 2 or 3 sessions, on the topic. Hey, hi Debbie, welcome Leslie, and nice to have you all on the chat. So tonight we talk about marriage, right? If just in case you just join us, we're talking about marriage tonight. All right? Yes, so there you go. Alright, so here's what I want to start off. This evening with a simple analogy, right? And I'll be making reference to these analogies as we talk a little bit as we move forward this evening, right? So I have 3 bottles here with me. Yeah, when I make that properly well planned for it tonight, right? So I have 1 bottle, and 1 bottle is named wife. Right? This is wife. I didn't get to put the long hair and stuff on it. And the other bottle is named husband. Right? Now, these 2 individuals is what is involved, or who are involved in a marriage, right? Now, a marriage in itself is an entity by itself, made up of these 2 individuals, the husband and the wife, right? Now, I said that I wanted to start off by looking at what, hey, hi Susan, long time. I hope everything is good with you and the family. I know your boys and them probably big by now. Right, so, as I said, I wanted to start off with what a marriage is not, right? So first and foremost, a marriage it comprises of 2 individuals, right? Husband and a wife, right? Now, the first analogy that I want to give is that a marriage, remember I separated 2, we had 2 individuals, we had the husband and the wife. And then I indicated that a marriage is a separate entity. It's actually an entity that comprises both a husband and a wife, right? Now, for many people, a marriage is where the wife, right? Wife is well treated and hey, biblical blessing, my brother. Nice to have you on your life, man. Nice to have you on your life. Welcome to Night Snack. Welcome to Night Snack. Right. So we're talking about marriage, bro. We're talking about marriage. So again, please feel free to drop your comments as we go along, alright? So in some cases, people believe that a marriage, right, is where the husband makes sure that the wife is properly well satisfied, right? So the husband, he gives to the wife all that she, right? So the wife here, can watch me right here, right? All that she desires, all that she looks for in life. So he's pouring his life into this woman. He's giving of himself. He's giving everything to her. Because, again, as I said, for many, right, a marriage is this, right? Where the husband gives everything and all of himself to the wife. And what we find happening is that, you know that popular little slang, happy wife, happy life, that I just do not like and do not agree with. Sorry, I don't. Alright, I don't know where it came out from. Right? I just don't agree with it, but I mean, to each their own, right? So, the wife is happy because she has gotten all that the husband has to give. But if you take a look at what is going on here, is that the husband is empty. right? He gave everything. He gave his all, everything to the woman, right? And he's empty, right? Because again, one of the concepts of a marriage is that the man gives everything to the wife. Wife, happy life, whatever, right? And then in some other cases we have where it's the reverse, where the man is Lord and he's king. So the wife now is at the whims and fancy of the husband. His demands, his desires, whatever he has interest in, she's there to fulfill it and to give all of herself, slaving in the house, taking care of the children, cooking 3 square meals a day. Alright? And she's giving and she's giving and she's giving and she's giving and she's giving. All to him because what? In some cases we believe that the marriage is where the woman gives everything to the husband. Well, congratulations, my brother. Let me give you early blessings on your 5-year anniversary. I pray that God will continue to bless your marriage and that He will continue to give you more and more wisdom, and through your experiences and stuff that you will learn and understand His desires for you and your wedding and your marriage. Because I believe that God has He has given each marriage relationship certain responsibilities, because we'll talk about that a little more when we understand that marriage is supposed to reflect the relationship that God wants to have with His people. Alright? So I'm coming back to my analogy here. So, as I said, we are the reversal where the husband now being Lord, alright, and the wife has to give everything over to him, right? And we look and we see that the same problem where the husband giving everything over to the wife and making sure that she's fully happy, right? We have a similar situation where when the wife gives everything, she of herself becomes empty. There's nothing in her life. There's nothing there. Because for some reason, we haven't taken time to understand that this thing called marriage is not about a man being satisfied or getting all that he wants. Not about a woman being satisfied and getting all that she wants. Alright? So that's one of the first things that I personally believe that a marriage is not. It is not about a husband consuming his wife by the desires that he has, or a wife consuming her husband by the desires that he has. Because anytime you do that, you're always going to find that somebody is always going to be lacking. Right? So that's one. Let me go back to... Welcome, Lisa. Welcome, Lisa. Nice to have you on board. Thanks for joining us. Right, so let me go back. Let me go back. I'm going to share back this here. Now, I started off the analogy with 2 half bottles to start with. And there was a reason why I did that, right? The reason why I did that is because for many people, there's another concept or another term that is used that, again, I don't agree with, right? And that is my better half. I'm waiting for my well, people like to ask you that question, where your better half? Well, they don't ask me that question anymore because I told them I'm not a half a person, so but that's popular notion again, your better half, right? So the concept that comes out from that is the man is half. He incomplete until you find the other half. And here's the problem with half and half, right? When a man is incomplete and he seeks to find a woman to complete him, he is putting that woman in jeopardy, because wherever he falls short, or wherever he's lacking, he expects the woman to pick up the gap, or fill the gap, or fill that space. And when she doesn't, or when she is not able to do that, the possibility of him having to search for the space to be filled becomes a possibility. Because in his mind, his other half is supposed to come and complete him, right? And then we have some situations where the woman, not being complete, again, looking for her better half, looking for that half to complete her life. And when he comes up short, her life is not complete because she hasn't been able to find all that she needs from him. And here's the reality. These both persons, I had up something on my story, right? And it says a relationship is two unperfect people not willing to give up on each other, right? And I intentionally left the word unperfect because I know the correct term is imperfect, but I kind of like the term unperfect. And I'll tell you why. Because if we understand that as human beings, that we all lacking something, that we are all searching, we are all trying to find ourselves, to put the responsibility on a wife, or to put the responsibility on a husband to complete the husband to complete the wife, or the wife to complete the husband, is establishing a foundation for chaos. Because anytime she finds that she's not getting what she needs, he will become a problem. When he finds that he's not getting what he needs, she's going to be in problems. Because as human beings, we are all lacking in some area of our lives. So to depend on another human being, alright? To depend on another human being to complete us. Notice the term I'm using, to complete us, is setting up ourselves for some serious issues. Alright? In the relationship. From the get-go, anytime that is the mindset, that is going to set up the foundation with some serious holes, and that could possibly cause it to cave in eventually. So that's number 2. So the first thing, as I said, is not about the demands, husband demand of the wife, or the wife demand of the husband. And then secondly, the notion of half and half. I'm looking for my better half. Alright? Another thing that I have some concerns about when it comes to marriage is the idea that both persons, right, already looking for certain things in their life, already lacking things in their life, and looking for their lives to be completed now in the marriage is some problems. So here what's going to happen. In some relationships, both husband and wife come into the marriage, and the wife gives her all. give everything into the relationship, right? And the husband gives, let's say, let me give him about 80%. You give him about 80%. Right? For the ladies, right? You say about 80%. So what happens here is that she again comes to a situation where she's empty and she's looking, and she has not gotten anything out of the marriage. Because why? There is nothing flowing out of the marriage. And I will get to that idea about the flowing over in a little bit. We're going to follow this, right? So let's follow me. Stay with me a little bit. Alright? And the husband, through whatever concern and stuff, he decides, well, I'm not going to give everything. He gives about 80%. She just keeps back a little bit. But he of himself, not getting anything out of the marriage. Because there's no overflow. There's nothing coming out from the marriage for them. That's putting in. Nothing coming out. Right? So, we come back to a similar situation again. She's empty. Because she has given everything to this. He has given about 80% into this, into the marriage. Nothing is coming out of it for them. So we have now two frustrated people, two tired people, two people who started to look now at this thing as taken away from them. This marriage I work in. I given everything into it. I put my all into it. I sacrifice. I give, and nothing are coming out of it. That is a reality. I'm sure some of you all would have friends. I'm sure you would have heard about people talk about their relationships and stuff like that. And it's a fact. Because again, we come into the situation where the two incomplete people come into the marriage expecting the marriage to complete them. And they give, and nothing comes out of it for them. So they find themselves in a frustrating position. What are we going to do? Think I fed up on this. I gave my all into this, and I get nothing out of it. Frustration, anger. Sad to say, the statistics, they say what about almost 50% or probably more, I don't know, God forbid, of marriages now ending in divorce. Because why? The idea that we have about marriage, the foundation of it, is shaky. In some cases, it's detrimental to us because the concept that we're coming into it with. Two persons expecting husband on the throne and decides wife had to give everything. Or wife on the throne and she has to get everything. She has to be pleased, she has to be satisfied. Or two incomplete persons, right, coming together into a relationship, giving everything, and then end up in a frustrating position because the marriage is not giving anything to them. Chaos, problems, and sad to see in some situations where you have children come out of these relationships and they find themselves smack dab in the middle of this kind of chaos. And when it ends in the unfortunate demise of divorce or so, that the children have to now suffer, have to decide, okay, who I'm going to be living with, new family arrangement, because husband and wife decide they're tired. This marriage thing ain't working, I ain't getting nothing out of it. Alright? So if we have the idea of marriage being the wife being satisfied, if we have the idea of a marriage being the husband being satisfied, we have problems. Because as we just saw, one person is always going to do something be lacking. They're always going to be empty. Because they're given. Right? If we have a similar situation where two incomplete persons, right, in a relationship, and they decide to get married, and they pour themselves into this marriage, and the marriage doesn't overflow and bring anything out for them, they end up in a frustrated situation, and they start to ask the questions, why? Why is this going on? I'm tired of this. It's years now I giving myself to this relationship and nothing is happening. And the frustration, the backbiting, the arguments at the start, the pointing of fingers at the start, and from there, downhill. Right? I do not believe that a marriage, first and foremost, is about any individual. It's the reason why I use the analogy of a third entity, which is the marriage in itself. A marriage is an entity by itself that comprises of a husband and a wife. The success of a marriage depends on the success of these individuals, both as individuals, because I know that there are some people that have the idea that for some reason when you get into a marriage that you lose your identity, which is another thing that I don't agree with. And let me tell you why. I believe that there is a benefit when you have two individuals working together in a marriage, because they will have thoughts, individual thoughts and ideas and stuff that could be brought into the marriage to help benefit the marriage. We'll talk role and function a little later on. Alright? So the idea of a wife not having a thought or to think for herself, I personally don't know where that came from. I really don't understand the reasoning behind it, because I believe that when he would have met us, he would have met an individual or somebody that, you know, had some form of reasoning for themselves. Similarly, the husband, likewise, being an individual of himself, would have his own thought processes and stuff. And what is supposed to happen is that together they're supposed to work to make the marriage work. Now, roles and responsibilities, as I said, we'll talk about it a little later on, because that is something totally different. A lot of times, one of the issues that we have is that we think that a marriage is a dictatorship and somebody's in charge. Let me be real. God, when he made man, he didn't make man to dominate woman. You check the scriptures, you'll realize it. Never made man to dominate woman. Even the reference of him being the head is not a matter of dominance, but of functionality and role and responsibility. And in our 21st, 22nd century, we make it clear as well. The woman is not the boss either. I know some of the ladies and them like that term, and you know she's the boss. It sounds cute. It is sound cute, but you know, just for foundational stuff, we just want to make sure that we're clear on that, right? The woman is not the boss of the man or the boss of the relationship. That is not what this is about. Marriage is not about dominance and who in charge and who's in charge of who. That is not what it is about. This is all about role and responsibility and function. Alright? So I want to wrap up this evening with this. First and foremost, a marriage is an entity within itself that comprises of a husband and a wife. Two complete, wholesome people. Not a half. Not a half man and a half woman. You join a half man and a half woman, you have a half a relationship, because it will be half male, half female, and everything that's in half. and I don't know how long the marriage will stand on one leg. Alright? But it's important to understand that our marriage is a separate entity with these both persons understanding their completeness. Alright? And that completeness I'm talking about is found only in God. What do I mean by that? I'm going to finish with this. I say I was going to finish, right? I'm going to finish with this. What a man needs, N-E-E-D, what a man needs, he can only find and be satisfied in God. What a woman needs, N-E-E-D, needs, S, she can only find and be satisfied in God. Once a man and a woman understand that their satisfaction within themselves comes from God, the initial concern that I share with you all about the man demanding and the woman demanding becomes obsolete. And it's very, very crucial for us to understand that, because I think that a lot of relationships have found themselves being strained by the idea that one person is supposed to be, how shall I put it, supposed to give everything into this thing, while the other person stands by and enjoys the pleasure. That is not how a relationship works. Alright? And we'll talk a little more about it. But I'm going to stop there for tonight. And I hope I've given you all some stuff to think about. Again, I always like to reiterate in every one of the videos as much as possible that one, this is my ideas, my thoughts, and I know where I founded my thoughts. I know where they are, right? And I would like for you, feel free, inbox me, send me a message, drop your comments on the live, and let me know your thoughts on it, so we can dialogue. I am never afraid of dialogue. Argument for me don't make sense. If you want to argue, that is something different, right? But dialogue is something totally different. All right. But I hope I've given you all some stuff to think about. Yeah, that's right, Mrs. Kutu. That's the threesome right there. Husband, wife, and God in the mix. Right? And he's the one that helps to complete the marriage, right? Now, next time when we talk, next time when we link up, we're going to go a little further, talk a little more about marriage, and talk a little more as to what marriage is. Right? Because I said I wanted to start off this evening with kind of identifying some of the things that I do not believe that a marriage, or indicating what a marriage is not. So the next time we meet, we're going to talk a little bit about what I believe that a marriage is. Alright? So guys, thank you all so much for joining me. Enjoy the balance of your evening. I'm trying to finish up my snack. I realize none about them time what I was eating this evening, but that is alright. I know most of you would like to come into this for me to start a talk. Right? But you're welcome, Kim. Glad you enjoyed it. We'll talk some more. So guys, enjoy the rest of the evening. See you all on Thursday, 10 p.m. Share the live, let people know. We will link up, alright? I will do Debbie. Annie and Patrice. Debbie said good night again. Sending highlight. Hi to you, alright? See you guys. Take care. Enjoy the balance of the evening.